Alright, welcome back everybody to Operation Eclipse. This is Great Britain and France turn 15, it looks like. I think it's been a month since we played this one, so just trying to get reoriented to it. I think we've also had some miscommunication. But I don't think there's any housekeeping items to take care of. Not that I know of anyway. So yeah, we're just gonna get into it, I guess. We have 3 tech roles as UK. Approved factories, approved construction, heavy strap bombers. Approved factories moves up, construction does not, and strap bombers does not. Germany bought 3 transports, it looks like last turn, maybe. Along with all of their planes that can reach the UK. It's very aggressive. So we're back to buying militia and infantry, as well as a fighter. And then we're going to, FCC is getting a Gurkha, and Zach's buying a destroyer. Yeah, we're just going to try and hold London. Gibraltar, we're not reclaiming. That pretty well made that possible, and I'm not going to take that back for this game, unless it just goes on forever. So that will leave us trying to get Calcutta back in order to get it a tie, and then we'll see if we can't get one of these others to go ahead of the Axis. So for combat moves, I'm going to take the First Fleet minus, going to have a transport stay here, pick up an infantry, drop it off into southern India, liberate that. Going to have a Gurkha move into Benares, liberate that. The other 5 are moving into Calcutta. They're being joined by the 2 fighters from the First Fleet, as well as the airborne from South Australia, which is flying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And since I have LRA, it has the ability to land in Bengal. So the whole First Fleet actually isn't moving here. What we are doing is the sub is going to move 2 to attack that destroyer, and we're going to take a couple of our own destroyers out to attack it as well. And then the rest of the fleet is going to keep moving into Calcutta. We'll go ahead and drop that 2nd infantry off in southern India. These 2 guys will come with these guys, probably drop off into Bengal. So it'll be that. This guy will come down to P50 and raid there. Japan can scramble 2 fighters on this. I did not recognize that beforehand and did not send him a message. Let's see. How do I want to deal with that? So if he was to scramble, guess we want a heavy cruiser. A couple heavy cruisers, I guess. Is this even worth it at this point? Yeah. I could do that, and then this guy stays out. This guy stay out, and this guy go here. Actually, we'll do the Anzac one. We don't need to do the Anzac one for this game. Alright, lol. Okay, we would need 3 blockers. That is annoying. I guess we can use the light carriers, actually. So use the light carriers, blockers, and all this will be what goes back into here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Have 2 subs, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bodies, 2 subs, 3 planes, or just 2 subs, 6 planes. Yeah, we're just gonna assume those fighters don't want to scramble against that, and that's what we will make the attack. I guess I will roll for the fighters just in case he would want to make that scramble decision. But I'm assuming against those units that he does not want to. And then we'll be doing that in order to blockade it and surround the city. Okay. And then this guy's going to raid down here. I think I already said that. And I don't have anything else on this side of the board. Going to be going into Belgian Congo with everything I can reach, which is 7 infantry and a fighter. And that's going to be it for combat moves, with the exception of we're going to take our strat bomber and carpet bomb Picardy. See if we can't kill one of those tanks there. And that'll be it. Alright, so we can just roll for this stuff. We'll roll for the carpet bombing. We got 3 at 2. It's going to be no hits there. We'll go to Belgian Congo. And on round 1, we have a fighter and 7 ones. 7 ones. So our fighter hits, but all of our infantry miss. So that is going to be the Italian fighter dead. And we are going to have a Italian fighter in red, a Italian infantry in blue, and a Italian militia in green firing back at us. And so that's going to be our fighter dead, and then the militia and infantry miss. So we trade fighters, and then go into round 2. And now I have 7 infantry at 2, since we are past the rivers. no hits, and the Italians will have their infantry in red now and militia in green. And we will take no hits. So that's going to be 2 hits for us. It's going to be 1 hit in the Italian response. So we will liberate Belgian Congo with all these units and take it over. We can do this now. So we have, let's see, so we will have 2 heavy cruisers in teal, a light cruiser in green, destroyer in red, and a sub in whatever color I can find next, orange. So that is 2 heavy cruisers, light cruiser, destroyer, sub. Oops. And that's going to be 1, 2 hits, so that kills the destroyer. And we kill one of the 2 fighters if they elect to scramble. So in response, we have the destroyer in green and the 2 fighters in teal. And so if the fighters scramble, they get a hit. If not, there is no hits, and this just dies. So if this was a scramble situation, I would take the sub as my loss, and then we would roll the 2 6s, the 5 and the 4 here, which would all miss, and then the fighter in response. So that would hit, and I would lose only 2 subs. Oh me, I would lose the destroyer. I think. I guess I would lose the heavy cruiser actually. So this would be round 3. We would still get no hits. And the fighter would hit again, so at that point it would be the destroyer. And then we'd have the heavy cruiser and the light cruiser, which finally hit, and then the fighter would miss. So if the fighters scramble, they are dead, and those 3 units are all dead as well. So I will send him a message and then see what he says, and then post as a result afterwards, which those fighters being dead or alive is a pretty big influence on what France does. So I should have sent a message before starting recording, but oh well. Alright, anyway, Calcutta, we have an anti-air firing 3 shots at 3 for air superiority. Actually, those shots are all at 2 because it is a surrounded city. So it's going to be 1 hit regardless, which would be on the air transport and the airborne. We now have 2 first strikes out of 5 for the fort bonus. That's going to be 1 hit, so we will lose a Gurkha. And now we have our 4 Gurkhas at 2, and we have our 2 fighters at 6. And we would hit 3 hits on our end, so that's nice. That would be 1, 2, 3 for Japan. And then Japan has 1, 2, 3 at 3 and 3 at 5. So 3 at 3 and 3 at 5. 5s are in teal, 3s are in green. So 5s are in teal, 3s are in green. So it's going to be 2 hits for Japan, which is going to be 2 Gurkhas. And so Japan has 3 infantry and a militia, and we have 2 Gurkhas and 2 fighters. So 2 Gurkhas in teal, 2 fighters in green. We're going to pick up no hits, and so Japan has 3 infantry in green, 1 militia in teal, and that's going to be at 1 and 3 threes because the city's surrounded. And then we get the bonus. It's going to be 1 hit, and we'll lose our Gurkha. And so we have 1 Gurkha and 2 fighters. And it's going to be 1 hit, so that's going to be the militia. So we have the militia and 3 infantry. And that's going to be no hits for Japan. So then we will have our Gurkha and 2 fighters. And that's going to be 2 hits for us. And then Japan has 3 infantry at 3, which is going to be no hits for them. So then we have a Gurkha and 2 fighters. And that's going to be no hits for us. And Japan has an infantry at 3. Just no hits for them. No hits for us. No hits for them. Hits for us. No hits for them. So we will take over Calcutta with a single Gurkha. So that leads us into the rest of it. These 2 infantry are going to offload into Bengal. Our 2 fighters are going to land in Maharashtra. Our light carrier here is going to go 1, 2, 3 into P-41. Our other light carrier is going to go 1, 2, 3 into P-42. And then our destroyer, TV destroyer, is going to go 1, 2, 3 to P-51. I think that's got that. These guys are all here. There's no strap bomber is going to fly back to London. Coastal defense ship is going to move 1, 2 into A6. Our TV destroyer and sub are going to move to A23. Our transport is going to go where do I want my transport to go? Transport is just going to go in port in London. Or is it going to go in port in London? Whatever. They'll just go in port in London. So it needs deleting. We're going to move one of our fighters from London to Southern England. And then I might move around some of these units in housekeeping. Nothing that France does is going to affect any of this. And just to keep you guys from sitting and watching me sit and stare at a screen, we'll do potential movements there off screen. So for builds, Gurkha, we're going to build into Bengal. And Zach Destroyer, we're going to build into P-72. The rest of these units go to the UK. Where are we at? Here we are. So fighters going to go into Northern England, 3 militia in Northern England, 3 militia into Southern England, and then 2 militia and 3 infantry into London. And then for money, so let's see, Britain spent everything, FEC spent all but 1, Anzac spent everything. Collecting, FEC collects 10, so yeah, 11. Great Britain collects 31 plus 3. I'm assuming these guys raided and I don't get that bonus. And then Soviets took away that bonus. So we're assuming Great Britain collects 3 to go 34. And then Anzac collects 7 because there aren't any ships within 2 sea zones. Unless I'm just missing something. Wow, that's crazy. The first fleet, let's see, the transport, the first fleet is going into port into Calcutta. So that is all 3 battleships, the battle cruiser, and 2 heavy cruisers going into port there into Calcutta. Let's see, how do I stop that? This transport plane can go 6 movement. 7 because he has long range air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 6, 7, or 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think there is a way to stop that. Good gosh. France might need to just reinforce Calcutta instead of going after this other stuff. That kinda just seems like the best move to make. Maybe, I guess. The alternative would be attacking one of these places. Or here, if there's no fighters. So that actually is a pretty big deal. Let's see, so maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 units. 5 units. There's 2 transport planes. Okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 against That'd be, those are all 7s. So it's 28. No, I can't do math. That is 28. I can do math. 28 plus 6 is 34 against 18. 23, 29. So yeah. Okay. Alright, so I'll just declare this now. If these two fighters came out scrambled here and are dead, then France will be amphibiously assaulting Luzon and Viscera, as well as Coach in China. Actually, there's just no reason to do that. He can just kind of take it anyway. It'd be right there. It'd be down here that we'd want to do. Okay. If these two fighters are dead, which I don't think they will be, then Free France is going to amphibiously assault Java with infantry in a foreign legion. Actually, we can just do this later. Nah, there's no reason to do it now. Alright, so regardless, what's going to happen actually is that I need to declare France's buys. So we are going to be buying Foreign Legion. So it's going to be, I got a French battleship on here. So we have 2 Foreign Legions that we're going to buy. 1 Foreign Legion that is free. $7 more to spend. I'm going to put a couple militia here, I think. As well as 1 here. I can only buy, let's see, I can buy a Foreign Legion there, I can buy a Foreign Legion here. Could buy a Foreign Legion here, but that's kind of out of the way. Okay. We are going to get those 2 Foreign Legions, and we have $7 left. We're going to buy 3 militia. Let's see, if I go down here, I get plus $3. I could go up here and get plus $2. And have less things capable of attacking me. Although both of those things could attack me and probably kill me. And a lot of things could attack me and kill me. Fun. So I guess what we will do is we will do this. We'll liberate Coach in China. We'll take our transport over in port in Calcutta, drop off these 2 infantry. And our fighter will fly to Calcutta. And then we will, maybe I should have put that there instead. Oh well, if it happens, it happens. If it happens, it happens, Captain. Okay. We are going to rail Syria down to Lower Egypt. And that's pretty well it for France. Although I do think I have a French submarine. I'm just going to come 1, 2 into P50. it is going to read there. Oh, I also didn't do the British sub rating. So we'll just do, let's see. So this sub was here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it can only read this line. Let's do the British coastal sub first real fast. We'll have Britain be in green, Japan in red. Japan does not have radar, does not have anti-submarine warfare, so our coastal sub is at a +1 in green. It's going to be 2 damage, and then we'll do our French submarine here, which is going to be at +2 in green. And then that's going to be a full 5 damage to that line. We will take away 5 from Japan. And that'll be that. We'll place our French units. So, Foreign Legion, Militia, Foreign Legion, Militia. We get a free Foreign Legion that I think we will actually put into Tonkin. And then we will stick our last militia that we have into northern Iraq, since southern Iraq is not actually connected. So the Soviets can't come in and take that. Okay. With that, Free France is at $10, and they collect 2 for here and 1 for Suez, so they'll collect 13. They also only spent 14, so they will be at 14. Alright, so yeah, that's going to be the end of the Free France, or not Free France, we are regular France. So it's going to be the end of the Great Britain and France turns. I'm going to take a look at this, see if I want to move anything around up here, but otherwise that's going to be it. And then we'll see what the John Black wants to do as far as these guys go. Alright, with that we will shut her down and send it over back to the Electron for Italy, turn 15, and what I'm sure will be a turn the Americans do not like.